everyone. So today's video is my response to the EDS Society's response to the article on the prevalence of EDS. So the first thing I feel that they missed is really emphasizing that the 2017 criteria made some major changes and bringing up why HSD and EDS are different. So for HSD, you just have to have meet the Brighton scale. One thing about that is that the older you get, the less likely you necessarily are to pass the Brighton scale. That's something that's very vital to understand, where they said actually the older you are, the more likely you are to switch from HSD into EDS. So that's something. But to get EDS, you need to go into the next section. So then we need 2 or more of these features. Soft skin doesn't change over age. Skin hyperextensibility can. Your stretch marks, you can't. That one won't change over age. Papules may. Recurrent or multiple abdominal hernias may. Atrophic scarring wouldn't necessarily change just based on age. Uterine or pelvic floor or rectal prolapse, that's not just an age thing because there needs to be no predisposing medical condition. Dental crowding or high narrow palate won't change. Arachnodactyly won't change. Arm span to height ratio won't change. Mitral valve prolapse won't change. Well, it might. And aortic root dilation. So if you had really bad luck, maybe you would get that. Your positive family history, well, that one, yeah, it might change with age because someone else is diagnosed with EDS. But you really can't put that in. Then you have pain in 2 or more limbs daily for at least 3 months, or chronic widespread pain for over 3 months, or recurrent joint dislocations or instability. So those, you might get that passed if by age, but just age does not explain those things. You know, it's very rare that age would literally move you from negative to positive in that, unless you were right on the edge anyway. So I don't believe that. Then you also have to meet all of these. You have to exclude all other types of things that might cause it. Hereditary and acquired connective tissue disorders, autoimmune rheumatological conditions, etc. Or if you do have an autoimmune, you have to meet feature B. You cannot, in other words, you have to have someone in your family with EDS. Basically, if you have a rheumatological condition, autoimmune rheumatological condition, you have to have a family member with EDS to have EDS. Period. You cannot have both in conjunction. And then you also can't have anything else that might explain it. So that doesn't change with age either. In fact, it becomes more common that you might get something there as you age. So that's the first thing I think the EDS messed up on, and that is pointing out the difference. Why you aren't, just because you have joint hypermobility syndrome does not mean the older you get, you're going to end up with EDS. And I think they missed a huge point in pointing that out, because that was a huge thing that the study based why they could combine the two into one. I will go more into other things that I think they missed later. Thank you. Bye.